Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am finally starting or getting into my K-drama journal. Now I set this journal up last year and I never actually journaled in it. I had always had intentions to do so and it just never happened. However, I recently watched the K-drama Twinkling Watermelon and it blew me away. I absolutely love and adore this K drama, and there have been so many that I have loved and adored, but this is the one I chose to start my K drama off with. And I really didn't, a lot of times for my journal entries, I kind of have a vague idea of how I want to get it done. This one, I didn't really have a vision or an idea of how I wanted to do it. I just pulled out a few supplies and I was like, I'm gonna make it work. Somehow I'm gonna make this work. So that's what I did. So I pulled out some doilies. I had some stickers from old Maggie Home sticker pack, washi tape, and some well, yeah. I don't know if it's a stencil or whatever, but I cut out some like photo frames on my silhouette, and this was a long time ago because I had intentions on using these a long time ago for some other spreads and never got around to doing that. I don't think. Possibly I've used them. I don't know. Anyway, and I was just like, somehow I'm gonna make it work. And of course, I gathered all the pictures that I wanted to use for this spread and print and cut them into little stickers here, or picture stickers on my label. My, I think this is, I think I printed them. Yeah, God, can I talk? I printed them on white matte sticker paper from online labels. So yeah, so I just gathered all that stuff and I was like, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. And I made it work. So I really enjoyed the way that this turned out. But yeah, Twinkling Watermelon, 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. And it's about this kid who is the only hearing member in his family. He has a mom, a dad, and a older brother. And all of them are hearing impaired. None of them can hear, and he's the only hearing person in his family. So as you can imagine, he probably feels a little bit lonely, seeing that he is the only one that can hear, and basically he's like the translator or the mediator in his family for other people, outside people trying to understand God, trying to understand his family and what they're saying and all that kind of stuff. He is of course proficient in sign language, his entire family, etc., etc. And so yeah, and he is currently studying to be like a med student or whatever, but that's not really his passion and his dream. He loves music. He ended up learning music, or how to play the guitar, from this man when he was a child. He was being bullied really bad, and this guy kind of took him in and showed him how to play the guitar, etc., etc. And so he really wants to play music. He ends up kind of joining this band, and his dad finds out, and they have a terrible disagreement, a blow up, and somehow he goes off and he somehow he gets transported back to 1995, which is when both of his parents are 18 years old. And he's like, what is going on here? And he figures it out. He runs into this guy and figures out it's his dad when he's 18. And so basically this is a time travel K-drama. When I tell you, I love me a good time travel K-drama. If it's time travel, fated mates, or like reincarnation, sign me up. I'm here for it. I want to see it or whatever. So some of my favorite themes, and it was just so good. So he runs into this guy, finds out it's his dad, and that his dad actually wasn't always hearing impaired. His mom, of course, was born that way, but his dad ended up having an accident that made him lose his hearing. So he is basically trying to change history and prevent whatever happened to his dad, prevent it from happening. So he doesn't know the exact time or day, exactly how his dad loses his hearing. So any kind of danger he thinks his dad may be in, he tries to make him avoid it or whatever. It is so funny the times he's trying to get his dad to just like be like chill or whatever. And the dad is like, of course, an 18-year-old who just wants to go out and do stuff and have fun when he's 18 and stuff. So he's not aware of the danger, and he can't really tell him what's going on. So he's very, very kind of looking out for him and trying to protect him and make sure he doesn't get into any major accidents, because as I said, he feels quite lonely that he's the only hearing person in his family. I don't think that he's quite like resentful, but it can be lonely being the only one that can hear in the family. So he's trying to prevent that accident from happening. And in the meantime, he actually runs into his mom as well and learns that she's being mistreated at home. And so he also ends up trying to protect her. And it's just very, very sweet how he is very invested in his parents' lives at this time and trying to make things better for them and protect them from things that could hurt them. And it's just, oh, it's such a lovely, lovely story. I was like in shambles. It had me crying and laughing, and it's so good. If you've not seen it, check it out. I do think, I know it was on Netflix for a time. Pretty sure it's done over at Netflix. I watched it on the Viki channel that you can watch on Roku. So I do have a Roku, and I ended up setting it up or whatever, and subscribing to the Viki channel. You can watch 2 episodes free. That's what I ended up doing. And I thought Viki was free. I don't know why I thought it was free, but the subscription is actually not that bad. I think it's like $7.99 or something like that if you want to. And it's just full of K-dramas. I have since watched at least 2 or 3 more on the Viki channel, and of course I just finished another one, not on the Viki channel but just on Netflix, because it's called, what was it, Boyfriend on Demand. That was okay. That was pretty good. Not my favorite, but it was interesting enough for me to watch and get through the entire thing. And it had one of my favorite actors as the lead, Mel Rhodes, so the MMC or whatever. But anyway, getting back to Twinkling Watermelon, so I'm just getting all the pictures down and then kind of going through and adding some extra decoration, because you guys know I do not like a whole lot of white space. So I'm just filling in some stuff, adding some little words here and there, some little what do you call these little flowers and stuff. This is from the Maggie Home sticker pack, and I can't remember the exact name of it, but anything that I used in the making of this video, if you are looking for it and I can find the link for it, it will be in the description box below, so you can check there. Just really, really enjoyed the way that this turned out with the supplies that I pulled out. So I thought it was really fun. And so now I'm getting my text or my writing in, and so I am getting down like the basics of it, like the director, the cast, etc., etc. And then I'll go through and I'll make a couple of spots where some color, like I just color, and then I start writing over it. The places where it's colored here, like here, it's not like me writing about the show, it's me writing a quote from the show. And so this one says, major and minor chords exist harmoniously for a song to sound delightful and complete. The same goes for life. Experiencing hardships and joyful moments helps you build your dazzling life. So I thought that was profound and cute, so I put that down there. And then there will be another on the other side where I use a different marker and do like a kind of like a green minty color there, and I add another quote from the show. As I said, really good show. If you have not seen it, watch it. It's really, really good, really, really sweet. And I just love the way that this kid cares for and takes care of his parents, both in his actual timeline and timeline he goes back to in 1995 to try and make things better for his parents. Just so good, so good. He's so sweet and so kind, and I just love him. Anyway, the other quote says, music is the only drug allowed by the government. And so the rest of it is just me filling in and talking about the show and how much I loved it, and getting that done. And that pretty much wraps this up as far as getting a start in my K-drama journal. I'm glad I finally got in here and got something done. I'm looking forward to getting back in here. I do want to record. I did watch this one called A Good Day to Be a Dog, and it was so cute. Loved it so much. And the guy in that is one of my favorite MMCs or Korean male leads or whatever. So yeah, anyway, that wraps this up. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you very much for all of your love and support, and have a wonderful day, weekend, month, whatever is going on in your life. And that is it. See you next time. Bye.